What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, we're going to do a stream later. I saw Keyshawn Davis, one of his trainers. Now, we know his trainers, Bomac and Coach Red and Coach Salas, but one of his trainers, I guess, from Virginia, family member, he addressed it. He went on, I believe, Instagram Live, and he addressed the situation. And what he said was that a lot of people are spinning a narrative, and it's a lot of fake love, so on and so forth. And Nair Albright's brother threw the first punch. And this is what I'm going to say. I got a lot of love for Keyshawn. Y'all know this. Quickly become one of my favorite fighters. He says a lot of headlines. He deleted a lot of people. No. Here's where the problem lies. This is where the problem lies. Lack of accountability. That's what that speaks to. Lack of accountability. No, he says that people were saying that Keyshawn Davis should have they disappointed in Keyshawn, and these are the same people that see him out, want to take a picture and ask for free tickets for the fight. Bruh, what are you talking about, great brother? It is lack of accountability. Nobody told Keyshawn Davis to miss weight by 4.5 pounds. Then he says that Nair Albright's brother threw the first punch. Nobody told Keyshawn Davis to go in the locker room unless he was coming for good measure. There's plenty of people that says that he went in the locker room and they allowed him in the locker room because they thought that he was going to congratulate him and say, promote the next fight and see you, next time X, Y, and Z. And then he went up and grabbed him and choked him. Yes, Nair Albright initially stated that they jumped him. We know that's not to be true. But again, like I said before, if it was just Keon and Keyshawn and Nair Albright and nobody else there with the energy they was coming with, what would have happened? Again, for every action, there's a reaction. The people are disappointed. They're supposed to be disappointed. They're supposed to be disappointed. Why? Because people were counting on Keyshawn, and they wanted to see Keyshawn show up and show out in the biggest fight of his career. Well, I would say the Dennis Baranchik fight was, right? So you can't get mad at people for being disappointed in his actions. You simply cannot. You cannot be, hey man, I'm deleting people because this fake love. How? No. If he didn't miss weight and he didn't go in the locker room, do people have this reaction? It's not about people saying that, well, if he would have won. Well, no, people are disappointed in the actions that set forth. The actions. And he also stated in his video I've seen that, people didn't ask him for his side of the story. Well, ESPN and Top Rank asked him to make a statement after Nair Albright, and he declined. Now, they could be lying, but why would Mark Kriegel and Top Rank be lying and ESPN be lying if they asked him to respond to what took place behind the scenes? He says that nobody was back there. Right, nobody was back there. But the people that was back there are speaking, and the people on his side are not speaking. So address it, get ahead of it. Come out and say, hey, bro, they lying. That didn't happen. But now you have to tell the people, why was you in his locker room to begin with? No, they need to get ahead of it. Keyshawn has right now. And another thing, if this didn't happen, this altercation didn't take place, why did Terrence Crawford and Bomac go in the locker room and apologize for his actions? For what? Terrence Crawford and Bomac went into Nair Albright's locker room and apologized for the actions of Keyshawn. For what? If everybody, the media and the fans, and they're spinning a narrative, why would they go apologize? Now, I'm going to say this. Like I said, when Mark Kriegel, he couldn't wait to get that information. That's why I'm disappointed, is because you put yourself in this position to be criticized unnecessarily. That's what my disappointment comes from. You didn't have to, when the weight situation, you could have done better with the weight situation with Edwin Del Santos. You could have done better and thought better when things started getting heated, and understand your child is here, my child is here, and on top of this, right? This ain't the time. This is you already under the spotlight. The spotlight is already on you for missing weight and the show being canceled. So you know that everybody's waiting to see what you doing. You are under the microscope. Everybody is watching you right now. And you have this reaction because your brother Kelvin loses, and then Kelvin does a apology and says, "We're not doing this for the people." What are we talking about here? This is a lack of accountability. Period. You don't go in the locker room, this is not happening. You make weight or come close to making a weight, you come in at 4.5 pounds overweight. So what are people led to believe? You didn't try. He's not exempt for anybody. If Terrence Crawford came in 4.5 pounds overweight, what do you think? If Terrence Crawford fighting Canelo, and Canelo comes in at 172 pounds, what you think the headlines is going to be? It's not going to be fake love because people are going to criticize and critique Canelo Alvarez. No, people are going to complain. Bro, you came in 4.5 pounds overweight and lost your belts. And then Canelo Alvarez's brother loses, and then he does this. He goes in the locker room, and this is the reaction. What you think people are going to do? What do you think is going to be the outcome? So again, like I said, no, people are disappointed because of the momentum that Keyshawn Davis have. Now it's time to make a public apology for the whole situation. You had multiple people, over 2,000 people ask for their money back, for a refund. That's not spinning the narrative. Not on top of that. You don't apologize to the people and then you say you're not doing it for the people anymore? The people didn't do anything. They're disappointed. They should be disappointed. You got to accept that these people are disappointed because of your behavior. You have to accept that. People are disappointed because of your behavior, your actions. That's nobody's to blame for that but you. Now, on top of that, right? You don't make a public apology. Okay, let's say you're right. Let's say that they didn't get his side of the story. Cool. What are we waiting for? We on East Coast time. It's 5 o'clock East Coast time. Kelvin made a statement. Where's Keyshawn's statement? He has social media. Where's his statement coming out and saying, hey, let me address this? Where? Just like you addressed it, he could address it. So, just like you have social media and you addressed it, just like Kelvin put out a statement, Keyshawn has social media and he could make a public statement and a public apology to the people in Norfolk, Virginia that showed up and showed out for him. Once again. And start the road to redemption. That's what this should be about. The road to redemption. Okay, this happened. I made a mistake. You apologize. You move forward. Hey, listen. You got guys like Frank Martin that's calling him out right now. Richardson Hitchens. You could fight Richardson Hitchens should he beat George Kambosos. I believe you fight next week. You fight Richardson Hitchens for a belt. You're moving up to 140 now. You could fight Richardson Hitchens for a belt. You had a spat that went viral with Frank Martin. He fighting at 140. He ready to get back in the ring to start the road to redemption. That's what this should be about. And accountability. Hey, bro, you know what? I got beside myself. I missed weight. I wasn't professional with making weight. Bob Arum lost money. Top Rank lost money. People, fans lost money. Over 2,000 fans got their refund, but they paid to come there. They traveled there. They're not getting their money back. You got to be sensitive to those things. These are the people that support you. These are the people that's going to put the food on the table. They the product, bro. The fans is the product. The media is the media is the connect. The fans is the product. You need the fans. So you respect the fans. Hey, bro, I apologize to y'all. You should have stood in the middle of the ring when the event first started. The event is around him. They built the event around Keyshawn Davis. At this stage of Kelvin and Keon's career, they wouldn't get this amount of publicity. It's the success that Keyshawn has had thus far that gives him the power and to give his brothers the spotlight as well as himself. And you got to applaud that. He does that. But along with that, you have to address the elephant in the room, the reality. The reality is accountability, bro. And move on. Edwin De Los Santos got paid in full. Why? Because Keyshawn missed weight by 4.5 pounds. That's a negative light shined on Bomac. Apologize to Bomac. Apologize to the people, Terrence Crawford, that support you. The Allen Iverson, Michael Vick, Shaquille O'Neal supposed to come. All the fans that traveled to come and see you. Yeah. That's what you have to do. That's called being an adult. You got a child. That's what being an adult is. That's what being a grown man is. Understanding when you can say, hey, man, my fault. I messed up, bro. My fault. Not act like nobody's spinning a narrative to make you look bad. No. You did that. So what you can do is you start focusing on guys like Richardson Hitchens. You went in this man's locker room for them to spin a narrative. If you don't go in the locker room, there's no narrative to be spun. Period. You don't miss weight, there's no narrative to be spun. Period. So you can start focusing on Richardson Hitchens, who's calling you out. Frank Martin, who's calling you out. You have a rival with them, right? Start focusing on that. Period. So to the road to redemption should be the thing. And stop acting like Keyshawn Davis is the victim. He's not the victim. You know who the victim is? The fans. The fans that spent their hard-earned money. They don't make millions of dollars. 90% of the fans that came to that arena, 85 to 90%, they ain't making 6 and 7 figures and millions of dollars. They the victims in this situation. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Point blank and period. That's it. That's all. Keyshawn is not the victim. Kelvin is not the victim. Keon is not the victim. The victim in this situation is the fans that came out to show out and show up. That's it. That's all. Period. That needs to be addressed. And you saying that nobody asked him. This is 2025. You don't need the media or anybody to give you a platform to speak. You got social media. And it's 5 o'clock East Coast time. What are we talking about here? Frank Martin, Went viral with Keyshawn. You can focus on making that fight. Hey, I'm moving to 140. Richardson Hitchens. Come on, man. Let's do better, man. Let's have accountability and let's do better and appreciate the people that appreciate us. Instead of talking about people spinning a narrative. Ain't nobody spinning no narrative, man. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.